Please be quiet. I didn't know you were here. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm not going to hurt you. Stop screaming, please. Thank you. You aren't leaving. Humans don't like me. They throw things. They make noise. Like you did. If I stay here, will you leave? Or throw things at me? You won't. I can stay. Thank you. I'm Calypso. I don't know what you mean. I'm Calypso. That's what I am. Species. Oh. Others like me. I don't know. I don't see others like me much. Not for a long time. I don't know what we're called. I don't know if there are any left. It's just me. I don't think anything happened to them. They just left. They stopped living in the caves. My mother, too. She went away and didn't come back. Maybe she found somewhere better. Maybe she got hurt and couldn't fly back. I don't know. I don't want to leave the caves. This is my home, and it's close to this spot. I sit here and watch the moon when I'm feeling sad or lonely. That's why you're here, right? You wanted to watch the moon too. The moon's nice. It's pretty. Doesn't make noise. This is the best spot to watch it. I watch it all night sometimes. I sleep during the day. It's easier to hide that way. I don't have to worry about humans seeing me. Humans don't usually come out at night. Why are you awake? Are you hiding from something? Are you sad? Are you lonely? You don't want to talk about it? Okay, I'm sorry. Do you know where the moon comes from? When I was small, my mother told me a story about the moon. I don't remember her very well, but I remember what she told me. In the beginning, the world was dark. Nothing could grow, and no one could see. Everyone was cold and hungry and afraid. The gods were the only ones who could see, because they had fire. But when they gave fire to people, it wasn't enough. They couldn't keep their fires burning long enough to let the plants grow. They tried making big fires to keep the dark away, but they burned out too quickly, and then everything was dark again. The gods didn't want the world to die. They worked together to make a new god. They made him out of air and filled his blood with fire until he shone brighter than anything else. That was the sun. Once they were finished, the gods put the sun in the sky and told him to shine on the earth. For a while, things were good. The plants could grow. People could see. Nothing was cold or scared. But the sun was proud of his fire. Too proud. He burned too bright. The plants shriveled up. The water dried up. Everyone hid in caves and under rocks. But it was still too hot. The earth started to die. The gods asked the sun to shine less brightly, but he didn't want to. He got angry and shone even brighter. He shone so brightly that some parts of the earth turned into dust and sand. They're called deserts, I think. The gods couldn't get the sun to stop shining. They couldn't kill him either. They knew that the earth would die in the dark. They didn't want to kill what they made. They loved the sun, even when he didn't listen to them. So the gods talked for a long time. They made a plan. They made a special knife strong enough to touch the sun without melting. They covered it in a special poison that would put the sun to sleep. They knew he wouldn't sleep forever. He was too bright and strong. He would burn away the poison. But they thought if they could put him to sleep for a little while, the earth would cool down. Once they had the knife and the poison, the god asked who would go to poison the sun. Eventually, the smallest goddess volunteered. She was the fastest. She was small enough that the sun wouldn't notice her. The other gods gave the goddess a magic cloak to keep her safe from the sun's fire. She put it on and flew into the sky. She snuck up behind the sun and stabbed him with the knife. The sun screamed. He burned so bright that anything that was looking at him went blind. When the goddess pulled the knife out, drops of the sun's blood flew through the air and filled the whole sky. The goddess flew away before the sun could burn her up. The sun's leg healed, and he thought he was safe. But soon the poison started to work. The sun started to sink in the sky. He got redder and redder and angrier. But soon, he couldn't fight the poison anymore. He lay down and went to sleep. He stopped burning. When the sun went to sleep, the gods realized the drops of his blood were still in the sky. You can't see them during the day because the sun is so bright, but at night you can see them. Those are the stars. When the sun went to sleep, the goddess looked at his blood on the knife. She thought about how strong the sun was, how bright he was, and she realized that she loved him even more than the other gods did. The moon wanted to be closer to the sun, so she drank his blood off the knife. The fire inside it made her glow. She became the moon. She stayed in the sky all night, watching the sun sleep. The next day, the sun woke up. He didn't remember what happened, so he flew into the sky. The moon saw him coming and hid. But when the sun started to shine too brightly, she snuck up behind him. She poisoned him again. He fell asleep again. She drank his blood again. And she did the same thing the next night. And the next, and the next, and every night since. My mother told me that the moon can never leave the sun now. She's too used to his fire. If she couldn't drink his blood, she'd die from the cold. The only way she can live and be happy is with the sun. I'm sorry if that didn't make sense. I don't talk to others very much. I don't talk very much. It's hard to find the words sometimes. Thank you. You're very kind. Why weren't you scared of me? I'm happy you weren't, but humans are always scared of me. I want to know why you're different. That makes sense. I think so, at least. I'm happy I met you. It's been so long since I talked to someone, and I've never gotten to tell anyone that story. I'm glad I got to tell it to you. You're not like other humans. You're special. Where are you going? Home. To the village. Can't you stay? I know the sun will be up soon, but we still have time. You can stay. You can stay with me. How do I know you'll come back? What if you leave like my mother? What if I never see you again? Please don't leave. I haven't gotten to talk to anyone in so long. Can't see you in the village. The other humans will throw things at me. They'll make noise. Can't wait for you to come back here. I need to be able to see you. Please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trip you. I just don't. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. You taste warm. I understand now. I understand that story. I drink blood, like the moon. It's how I stay alive. But it's hard to get. Small animals run and hide. They don't have a lot of blood. Big animals fight back. They have claws and fangs. They hurt. You don't hurt, though. You don't have claws or fangs. You're soft. You have a lot of blood. You were nice to me. You were friendly. Your smile, it's bright. Like the sun. You don't have to go back to the village. You won't go back. You can stay with me. I can take care of you. I can keep you safe, away from other humans, away from wild animals. It'll just be us and the moon. We can sit here. We can talk. We can be together. It won't hurt when I drink your blood. I don't have a knife. I just use my mouth, see? Please be quiet. If you don't like it, I can take it while you're asleep. You don't have to watch. It's okay. I won't hurt you. You're my son. I love you. I just want to be closer to you. I just want to see you. Stop screaming. Please.